When testing the 1,000-meter row, does this look like you? You start out as hard as you can, thinking you're gonna dominate the 1,000-meter row, and then you hit the wall. When you're near the end, you're barely dragging just to finish. Your time has slowed down tremendously. If this is you, I have a little tip for you. What's going on? Hey, I wanted to break down the 1,000-meter row. All right, so this row is a good test for stamina because it's not exactly a sprint, but you do want to go hard at it. If you've done the 1,000-meter row before, you may have hit that wall where you cannot go any harder than you have. You may have come out too hot and fizzled out towards the end, or you may have come out too slow where you had a lot left in the tank at the end. So it just takes practice kind of figuring out a pace for this, but that's what I want to discuss, is how to pace your 1,000-meter row so you can be successful at it. Besides working on technique, this is another way where you can improve on the 1,000-meter row. All right, so with the 1,000-meter row, on the screen, if you don't know about the 500-meter split, it is on the screen. It breaks down if you were giving this amount of effort and power into the machine, this is what your estimated 500 meters would be, okay? That number fluctuates often. If you see it fluctuate a lot, you really want to kind of dial it in and make sure you're kind of staying within a range of times on that, okay? So the 500-meter split is very important on pacing yourself, okay? I wanted to interject and show you what that number is. So right here is the 500-meter split. You can use that to help see a pace, and then if you have this display on at the bottom, it's going to give you an estimated time. So it kind of keeps that time on the top of your mind for when you're rowing. If you don't like that display, you can always click back to the big display where it still will show you the 500-meter split and then your meters as they rack up or count down. All right. So what's a quality way to approach the 1,000-meter row? So I like to break it up into sections. So we got the first 250 meters, then you're up to the 500 meters, 750, and then finishing out at 1,000, okay? So when we break this down, this part of the rowing, in a sense, is where you want to ease into it and not go out too hot, okay? This is where if you go too hard, this last part's gonna suck, okay? We don't want that, all right? So when you're starting with this, let's say we want to give a percentage of effort, all right? So we're looking around 80-ish%, maybe 85% effort, okay? You're gonna keep a little bit of effort left in that tank. When you get to beyond 500, closing in on 750, this is where you probably want to ramp it up a little bit. So maybe looking at 90%. So you're not quite all out, but you are starting to see the finish line on that 1,000-meter row where you can have something left in the tank to finish strong, okay? And then when you get to that last 250 meters, so after you hit that 750, this is where you want to go all out. Leave it on the table, finish strong, get that 1,000 meters done. One thing I see a mistake is when we get to that close to the 1,000 meters, you got to row through it, all right? What that means is don't stop early when you see that number ticking down. You want to finish one stroke beyond 1,000, all right? So you're going to keep that effort. Once you see that 1,000 meters stopped, give it one more stroke and you'll be good to go, all right? So this is a practical way to approach your 1,000-meter row when you test it out here, all right? Hope that helps, and let me know if you got any questions, all right?